Hello everyone, it is Jayden and welcome to The Alpha, the show where we talk about the hottest topics in pop culture and sports. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button on the video, and if you enjoy my commentary and myself truly as always, be sure to tap that subscribe button and to hit that notification bell to get notified when all my videos go live. I love you guys so much. Peace, love, and positivity always, y'all. See ya. As of today, the coaches and executives across the league, I guess this is a yearly list they come up with. They came up with their top 10 quarterbacks going into the 2025-2026 NFL season. And boy, was it shocking. We are going to get right into it. I'm going to give you what they have on their list, and I'm going to give my own, because I have some problems with some things. It's similar to their list, but I have some nitpicks and changes that I would like to make. And we're going to get to the article here. With 2020, and this is written by Mr. Jeremy Fowler. He is the sports writer for the NFL for ESPN. He is fantastic. Make sure you guys go check him out. He is the absolute man. With 2025 NFL training camps on the horizon, the league's true insiders make their votes heard. ESPN surveyed league executives, coaches, and scouts to help rank the top 10 players at 11 different positions, from quarterback to cornerback and all positions. All right, so as we see, we're going to have the top 10 quarterbacks, and we also will have honorable mentions, and there's two. And it's a long, lengthy article, but I have the tweet here of who exactly is on the list. So, guys, I'm going to tell you who is on this list. Number 1, of course, is Patrick Mahomes. Number 2, Josh Allen. Number 3, Joe Burrow. Number 4, Lamar Jackson. Number 5, Jayden Daniels. Number 6, Matt Stafford. Number 7, Justin Herbert. Number 8, Jared Goff. Number 9, your Super Bowl champion and MVP, Jalen Hurts. And at number 10, coming in hot, is shake and bake Baker Mayfield. Now I'm going to give my overall thoughts of this list. Obviously, we're going to discuss the shocking components of this list. Baker Mayfield, because the honorable mentions they did have, and it's not in this article, not in the post, but it was an article. The honorable mentions were C.J. Stroud and Jordan Love. One of those players I actually have in my own top 10, but we're going to discuss that later. But Baker Mayfield creeping into this list is really great to see, because Baker Mayfield, and I've told everybody, Baker Mayfield can play football. He won the Heisman in college, coming out of Oklahoma. He got drafted by the Cleveland Browns, a place where quarterbacks or any player drafted just goes to perish in their career. He took them to the playoffs, won a playoff game, and from there, he took a little discourse. He went to Carolina. I don't remember if he got cut or not from Carolina. I do not remember. Then he went to the Rams, and then ultimately he landed in Tampa Bay, where these last 2 seasons he has really resurrected his career. Seeing him in his top 10 is still a little steep for me, but I see where they're coming from, given the type of seasons that Baker Mayfield has utilized under the helm of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If y'all were not aware, not this past year, but the year before, Baker gave the Lions a run for their money. They actually had a game-winning drive going into the final seconds of that game to beat the Lions. And the Lions should have went to the Super Bowl that year, because they were up hefty against the San Francisco 49ers, but they dropped the ball. So Baker and the guys did pretty good in the playoffs against teams who were considered Super Bowl contenders and actually did go to a Super Bowl. And loading up into coming into this season, Baker Mayfield is getting Mike Evans back. Chris Godwin got re-signed. They just drafted a stud wide receiver from the Bucs, who I think was arguably a top 3 wide receiver and probably the best wide receiver in this draft, in Emeka Egbuka from Ohio State. He can play anywhere at wide receiver. You got the little man back there, the running back who, what is it, Bucky Irvin, I think is his name. I cannot remember, but he had a sensational season last year. And of course, the defense is solid majority of the time. So they are putting their chips in the table and thinking that Baker Mayfield is going to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. It's going to have to wait to be seen. Another shocker for me, Jalen Hurts. And after this, we'll get to my list, and I'm gonna put Jalen Hurts where I think he should have been. It's a little bit disrespectful to the sense that the man just took his team to the Super Bowl and he won the Super Bowl MVP. Granted, he's not the flashiest of all these guys in this list. I don't know what they're basing this list on. I don't know if they're basing this list off of who they think is the best quarterback talent-wise, who would they rather have at quarterback for their team. I don't know the behind-the-scenes metrics that they're using to make this list up. I'm basing this off my criteria. My criteria for my list was ideally, who would I rather have at quarterback to lead my franchise? Not really off, and it somewhat has to do maybe a little bit with their overall work in their resume. Just a little bit. But it's just my personal preference of who I would rather have at quarterback. So that is the one for Jalen Hurts at 9. Was just a little too disrespectful for me. He should have been a little higher. But we're going to get to my own list. And y'all can comment down below. Leave it in the chat. I'll leave the chat wide open. And let me know who you guys got in your top 10 quarterbacks going into this next season. And my list goes as to follow. At number 1, I have, of course, Patrick Mahomes. Number 2, I have Joe Burrow. Number 3, I have Josh Allen. Number 4, I have Lamar Jackson. Number 5, I have Jayden Daniels. So my top 5 is pretty much the same outside of I have Allen at 3 and I have Burrow at 2. I do believe that Joe Burrow is the second best quarterback. And if Patrick Mahomes' resume is really what's keeping Joe Burrow from being number 1 for me. I love Joe Burrow. He rises to the occasion. Even this last season, he put up MVP numbers, but he had no defense to help him out. Joe Burrow is sensational. And if I really would, if I would rather have Mahomes or Burrow, I might pick Burrow. I'm not going to be honest, but I'm just doing this out of respect for Patrick Mahomes. He is the best quarterback in the NFL. He's won 3 Super Bowls. He is in the GOAT conversation for the best player to ever play football. I'm going to give my respect to Patrick Mahomes there. So that's my top 5. 6 through 10. I have at number 6, Mr. Jalen Hurts, Mr. Super Bowl MVP. Number 7, I have Matt Stafford. Number 8, I have Justin Herbert. Number 9, I have Jared Goff. And at number 10, instead of Bake Show, I put in CJ Stroud. For me, for Jalen Hurts, I put Hurts at 6. It was a respect thing because Jalen Hurts has done the deed. He's won a Super Bowl. Same thing with Stafford. But I just love Jalen Hurts' nature, even though I hate saying this because he plays for the Eagles. I love Jalen Hurts' ability to win games when he needs to really win games. I know he's got a loaded roster. He's not as talented as people make him out to be. He, outside of his deep ball, his mid and short range accuracy is really not the best. But when the man needs to show up in the clutch and win games, he shows up in the clutch and wins games. So we cannot kill him for that. Matt Stafford at 7. I could have put Matt Stafford at 6, but since he's on the latter half of his career, that's the reason why I put Stafford at 7 at the moment. Stafford's getting a little old. I don't really think his heart's in the game like it needs to be, and he's toward the latter half of his career. But I would really put him at 7 at the moment. I would rather have Stafford than these 3 guys at the moment right now. Justin Herbert at 8. Justin Herbert is a guy for me who is, if you were able to build a quarterback in a lab, an ideal quarterback, it is Justin Herbert. Arm strength, tallness, athleticism. Not tallness. Height is the more proper word to use. Height, athleticism. He's got it all. But for some reason, this kid cannot get the job done. I don't know why. Don't ask me. But he just can't. Even last year in the playoffs, had them doing something in the playoffs under Jim Harbaugh this season, and it didn't happen. I was frustrated. I'm hopeful, given how the Chargers has really knocked their draft out of the park back in April with drafting Marion Hampton at running back, beefing up their ground and pound game that Jim Harbaugh likes to do. And Jim Harbaugh, historically, has done an amazing job as a head coach. He took Colin Kaepernick to the Super Bowl. He just won a natty with Michigan. So I have high hopes for Justin Herbert. But for right now, Justin Herbert has to be at 8 for me. Jared Goff at 9. I'm putting respect on Goff's name. He has really resurrected the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions have been a laughingstock for 50 years, ever since I don't have the running back's name of the Barry Sanders. Ever since Barry Sanders was their running back, they have been non-existent as a franchise. They have been a laughingstock. Even when Calvin Johnson and Matthew Stafford were there, their careers were wasted. Specifically, Hall of Famer and first ballot Hall of Famer in Calvin Johnson. But I love what Dan Campbell has done over there. And Jared Goff has took 2 different franchises to the Super Bowl. Well, no, not to the Super Bowl. He took 2 different franchises to the NFC Championship game. One to the Super Bowl, and the other one should have went to the Super Bowl if they just ran the football instead of wanting to get pass happy. But whatever. And at number 10, I put C.J. Stroud in here over Jordan Love and over Baker Mayfield. For me, I thought maybe it was because it was precautionary, and we all should have been conscious of this, but I was infatuated with C.J. Stroud coming out of Ohio State and coming into the NFL. Even I am from North Carolina. I'm pretty sure you guys are aware of this. And when the Panthers had the number 1 pick that year with Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud, I advised my cousin, all the Panthers fans around the area, I'm like, you need to draft C.J. Stroud. He is the bona fide guy. He is going to be a franchise leader and a franchise quarterback. And when he went to the Texans, not this past season, but the year before that, he balled out. Won Offensive Rookie of the Year, won a playoff game, and played very good in that playoff game. He got through into the Lions Den in Baltimore, and he didn't play bad, but he didn't play good or great at all. He was pretty meh. He played mid, as people like to say these days. And going into last season, he didn't really stay consistent or really take that next step in his career. Didn't even win a playoff game. I don't even know. They made the playoffs, but they didn't win a playoff game. Stephon Diggs got hurt. A lot of injuries going on with the team. It's just DeMeco Ryans and the guys didn't really have a good season. So going into this next season, I expect more and better from C.J. Stroud. I expect to see growth. And C.J. Stroud has that character in him and the drive to want to do better. So I put him over Jordan Love. I still am not 100% sold on Jordan Love. I never have been, because I think it was a one-season wonder. He went into Jerry World and beat Dallas Cowboys in playoffs. That's not very hard to do, in my personal opinion, coming from a Cowboys fan. And then he went into San Francisco. He played a great first half, and then all of a sudden, the second half, he acted like he did not know how to play football. Coming in this last year, he was very turnover happy. His mechanics were bad. His mechanics were still off. He had some trouble reading the field. I've seen enough from C.J. Stroud, because I've seen C.J. Stroud play in big games. He played in a national championship game against Alabama. Was it Alabama? Yeah, it was Alabama. No, it was Georgia. It was Georgia. I seen him play against Georgia. Okay. And he played exceptionally well in that game. I've seen C.J. Stroud in big games, in college and NFL. Jordan Love, he was a project. He got drafted out of Utah State. Nobody, even when the Packers drafted him, people were going foolish over the pick. It inevitably worked out, because Green Bay Packers, they have quarterback luck. But I'm not 100% sold on Jordan Love, and I still want to wait and see more from Baker Mayfield. I think C.J. Stroud is still that guy, even though he had a down year. I think he is still a bona fide top 10 quarterback who you would want to be the quarterback for your franchise. So they didn't do a horribly bad job on this list. I mean, my list ain't pretty different than theirs. They got C.J. Stroud as an honorable mention. I have C.J. Stroud on my list. They have Justin Herbert at 7. I pretty much got Stafford and Herbert flip-flopped. Jared Goff is at 9 instead of 8. And I got Jalen Hurts pretty much bumped up. So my list is not too far from theirs. Whoever the coaches and executives are in the NFL, I don't know. I guess they all voted on this. I don't know, but they know ball. And I know ball as well. So it's nice to see that I give this nickname that everybody likes to call me this around the house. GM strict, because when it comes to the draft, I pretty much name who people are going to draft and who is going to turn out great, and they inevitably turn out great. So I have the eye just seeing talent and knowing talent. So it's not very shocking. I'm gonna pat myself on the back here, but I know ball. Okay, football's my thing. Y'all guys all know this. Hey, I have an expiring career covering the NFL at some point, way or fashion. Okay, I know ball. So it is good to see that my list is somewhat similar than theirs. What did you guys think? Did you guys like my list? Did you agree with it? Do you disagree with it? What is your own list? I want to know all of your comments down below.